Imagine if there was a whistle version of English where you could whistle messages to your friends. This doesn't exist for English, but it actually does for Spanish. Off the coast of Morocco, there's an archipelago called the Canary Islands, and it's a Spanish autonomous community. In the Canary Islands, there's a lot of deep ravines and narrow valleys that in the past made it really hard to get around and send messages to people. So before Spanish settlement, on many of the Canary Islands, people would use a whistled version of their Guanche language to communicate across large distances. Not much is known about the Guanche language, but it's thought that it had a pretty simple sound system that made it pretty easy to replicate the sounds using whistles. After the arrival of Spanish settlers, the language fell out of use, but the technique for whistling words stayed. The whistle register was adapted for Spanish sounds and it allowed for the same long-distance communication. With the advent of radio and phones, the whistle register gradually fell out of use, but it was notably kept by the inhabitants of the island La Gomera. And for that reason, it's often called silbo gomero, the Gomeran whistle. It works by breaking down Spanish vowels into a high whistle for E and E, and then a low whistle for all the other vowels. And then for different groups of consonants, it'll use broken or continuous high or low pitches. So for instance, buenos dias is or something like that. I doubt I did it right first try. But the whistling is taught in schools now, so you can find lots of examples of it online. For instance, listen to this.